Okay, here goes. This is one of the most controversial of any of my discoveries that I'm going to display. Out of all my tens of thousands of specimens, I have a lot of the same species in many different examples. Here, I only have one of each of these examples of these, and I don't know whether they originated here on Earth or if they where else. I don't know. All I do know is there ain't nothing like this today on Earth. Believe me, I am having a hard time talking about it and accepting this for myself. So this is an outlandish claim. I do understand that, and believe me, I didn't choose to find this stuff. It just was an accident. It isn't who finds it; it's recognizing what you got is what's important. See, this is took me a long time. I studied this one for a long time. Couldn't figure out what the heck it was. You can see the artwork on it. It is of a war. Is a guy with guns coming out of the bottom of this thing. He's flying through the sky with he's sitting on it, driving, standing behind the thing and driving it. There's another guy there. There's another guy from the ground knocking that guy off. The guy upside down there, and there's stabbing that guy on that craft over there with a spear. There's a thing popping up with a head from this device down here on the ground that's crawling around and eating things off the ground, killing things or whatever it's doing. And then in the back over here, there's a couple different depictions. I mean, it depends on what you see, I guess. I'll let you guys choose to think what you see. So I do know that sure does look like a cannon. There's two cannons coming out of the bottom of that craft that guy's flying, and it looks like there's a guy standing in behind there just taking for a ride. But other than what's on the thing, as far as artwork, that's not what it's about. I took this thing and I studied it and I tried to figure out what the heck it was. You know, look at the mouth here, looks like a round opening mouth, and then you go around the thing and it just doesn't look like there's anything human about it. I mean, nothing recognizable that you would think. But yeah, I started looking at it and it looked like it was in many different sections, like it would come apart or something. You know, look at the seams everywhere on this thing. And see the seams everywhere? Well, then when I was looking over trying to figure out what all these seams were on this thing, it looks like the face it looks like it just splits apart. It's really crazy how it's got so many seams on it. I couldn't figure out what they were. Well, look at it right down the front of the face here. It's split right in half. But I came across this depiction here. Look at this. You see this here? Of how that looks like that head. See that head in the center right there? I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a face right in the center. And then there's that head split open right around it. See how it opened right up all the way around it? And then right out of the face in the center shoots this device that comes out with a head on it with like a teeth on it. See, like a skull with teeth right there. Right there, the skull with teeth coming out to eat its prey out of this head right here. And this here's the skull opened up. This thing here is like inside this thing is another little head that comes out on a like an alien movie, you know? And then you go down through and there's the body. You can see his head's on top, all wide open like that. And then you go down the body, and then there's down here, there's another one that comes out. And see it or not? It's a lot of, it's going to be hard to explain. Maybe I'd go over it several times with you. But anyways, all I really wanted to show you is how the thing opened up and the thing from the inside shot out with like a mouth on it, like another skull altogether inside this skull. Well, that explains why all those seams on it are. And why I couldn't figure out, for me, what the heck this thing was. I thought that was an eye at first, but it's not. It's just a depiction of the war going on. What kind of a war was going on here? You know? Depiction of a war. You can see it's just, I don't know how that got on it. Was that face art? Was that done after the thing got killed? You can see, though, how it does have all these openings on it. All the way around. That's kind of incredible. I knew before I found out that picture that it did open up somehow, but I didn't know why or what was inside. But you can see that it was. There's another one of those things, like a insectoid. See how it opens up? There's a head on the top, opens up, and then coming out of it is a see, there's the head right there, and then coming out is this little mouth getting at that person right there. There's the head. See, it opens up, then look at the face and the skull. See that? And the head above it, that's the skull, opens up above. And then, it's hard to see it, but it's there. Believe me, I've studied this for a long time. This is not something that I really even wanted to say anything about, but, you know, if I'm going to look like an idiot, I might as well do it with this, because this is one that's not ever going to be believed anyways. You know, people with extraordinary claims in history have never been accepted. Look at all the great finds. They haven't been, until they were recognized as being the truth. The people were ridiculed. Every single great find was ridiculed. The guy was jailed sometimes. He was definitely harassed and shunned, and he wish he didn't say anything. But it turned out to be he was telling the truth. He had found a big discovery. This here, I feel, is such a big discovery that it's killing me not to say something to somebody, because nobody else knows about this. I mean, I can't believe in all the history that nobody has stumbled across this stuff. And if they have, then it's been suppressed. And why? They don't want us to know that this was here before we were. I mean, this was pre-human. This was a civilization of intelligence, and possibly even overcome by aliens. Who knows? There was definitely a war, and it was before we were even here on this planet. This planet's not ours at all. This planet belonged to whoever others were here. And this was probably not the first time this happened, but it probably happened many times in the past. Of this kind of a cycle. I'm sure it does. I'm sure it's a cycle. I'm sure the rise and fall of any intelligent civilization comes and goes over billions of years. It has to be more than just us on this planet. For us to think this is our planet, kind of hypocrites. You know what I mean? We are latecomers. If anything, we are the newcomers. This planet was definitely not ours. That's for sure. But there's that thing anyways. And now look, I found this. This looks like the faces that were inside. I found these too. This is what comes out when that thing opens up. See, this is one of those, if you can get a good look at it, it's one of those mouths. You can see the head splits off right here, and this shoots out off the skull. This stays in the skull here. And you can see how it looks like a teeth on it and an alien. The other side, you can see how it's got the little thing that comes up here, and it shows on the head there, casting like vibrations to numb its prey or something. And I mean, it comes out of this stage like a I don't know, really strange. But see how that comes off that head there? It will separate right there and comes out. And then this, I said there was two of them. Remember? Well, here's the other guy. This one here. Find where it looks. Gosh, I can't even find it. Hold on, let me turn it just right. You'll see it in a second. The heck to go. Oh, here it goes, like that. Okay, this shoots out too, like that there. This is a little head and a little face. See the teeth and the eye and stuff? This shoots out on a little arm down below that one. And it bites the prey down lower. See, it got burned pretty good when it got destroyed. But you can see it. And it's got a little thing on the top to well, I guess you can't see it much, but a little hole where I think where the sound waves come out of too. Or this one, that shows it on the thing. The sound waves are coming out of it. I know this sounds crazy. Don't you think it sounds crazy to me? I mean, it does. It really sounds outlandish. Who in the heck is ever going to believe this? Nobody's going to. You know, I mean, I don't blame them. You don't think I had a hard time talking myself into believing what I see? I have tens of thousands of specimens, and over years of looking at them, I have figured out one thing, that these are what they are, and I can't help that. All I can do is just try to accept what they are. I know that probably nobody else will. But here's the other one. This thing here is different too. This thing is like some kind of weird, damn alien creature. Look at its mouth and its eyes, and this is just, I mean, look at that. Tell me that's not a weird looking thing, huh? Believe me, I've studied this inch by inch. I have tens of thousands of specimens, and out of every one of my specimens, I have thoroughly studied each and every one of them. And I'm trying to talk myself out of this stuff. I don't want to believe this stuff. I think I really look for finding this stuff. I didn't want to find this. I was looking for Precambrian fossils, and I stumbled across these, and I just can't ignore what I find. I mean, it is what it is. But look at that. What the heck kind of a being is that? I know it was, obviously it was a being. It was alive. Look at the mouth on, look at the eyes. It's got big forehead. It's got teeth. It looks like some kind of insect. Jesus, I can't stop. But anyways, extraordinarily claimed required extraordinary proof, and these are pretty extraordinary proof, and they're extremely extraordinary claims. I do agree there. Nobody's going to believe me anyways. They never did anybody else, especially with my intellect and my background of knowledge. I only got a high school graduate. How was I supposed to find this stuff? I didn't choose to find it. It found me. Got one more thing I want to show you here too while we're at it. That there. I don't know if you can see it good or not, but this is a foot of a water person. You see the toes down here. Okay, this is where the ankle was. You can see it plain as day. It's hollowed out on this side where it can swim. You can see the toes, the foot. Yeah, is that pretty crazy? That's a foot of some kind of a water person. It definitely is a foot. And it's cupped so it can swim. Yeah. That's pretty crazy, huh? Look at it. It's like a hand almost. Maybe it's a hand, not a foot. I don't know. See how long this... It could be a hand. Look how long it looks like. Got a thumb there. And they're connected together into the fingers. It could be just a hand, not a foot. But it's cupped so it can swim. It's pretty crazy, huh? And there's a lot of other crazy stuff too. But there's that pterodactyl again. There's that bird, that flying reptile thing. I called it pterodactyl. Who knows really what it was. But you can see how its mouth would open up like his eye there. And how it would... Got like reptilian skin still on this thing. And it would... All these things would fold open, like I said. All these seams would just come apart. Did that. It would split apart and this would fold open. And be like a catcher's mitt. So that it could catch probably insects, something like a big giant umbrella like. And it would probably swoop up and just scoop up a lot of them out of the air. That's pretty crazy too, isn't it? The eye right there. The crest on the head back there. You can see the teeth. It's really crazy. And I don't know what else to tell you. There's lots of other stuff here, but I'm not going to get you bored into it. I just really wanted to get those alien things out of the way. Or I call them aliens. Who knows what they are. Alien to me. But here's another reptilian or water person head. See the nose, the eyes, breathing. There's the gills and it vents out the top. They all vent out the top or the back of the skull. That means that the aerates the brain. The brain needs the oxygen from the water and it goes up past the brain, then out the back. But they all have in common about that. Well, all right. Well, I'm going to let you go here now, and I'll get back again.